Check it out, man. It is Friday night. Now I'm feeling all right, man. This is the show that give you what you need to know for Show Buddy Road. Check it out, man. This is Bald Headed Reason, and I am your host, Tim Harvey, man. I'm here kicking it with my boys, Barry Leveretta. What's going on with it, baby?
What's happening, man? You kill me every day with the introductions, boy. I swear you do. What's
Well, you know
going
I
on,
got to keep
people?
it pimping, man. I talk a little fast, but I think they listening slow. You dig what I'm saying? You know what
All
I'm saying?
right.
What's up
That's
with it?
what
Well,
it is.
when you hear them crickets, it's time to kick it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. And what's up, baby?
Well, what? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, baby. I got your Lima chicken, baby.
Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me
I can
now?
hear you now, dog. Kick it. I can hear
Oh,
so
good.
I think you rounded up. See,
Good.
my
Yeah,
church
yeah,
said
yeah,
this
yeah,
team
yeah,
makes
yeah.
me drink, baby.
All right,
This
all
team
right, yeah.
this team makes me drink, baby. You know,
This
baby.
is this a setup. Don't nobody want to hear all that.
Sorry, Tampa. Sorry, Tampa. You know what I'm saying? We did what we had to do. You
Well,
know,
we fly home. That's what we do, dog. You know what
that's
I'm
what
saying?
we do.
That's what we do, dog. That's what we
Rise
do.
up.
Y'all doing all right, though, brothers? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all good?
Yeah, man. Doing good, man. Real good.
Okay.
Real
All right.
good.
Well, I
Yes,
understand.
sir.
Watch down. Will be joining us here shortly, dog. So check it out, man. Welcome everybody. Welcome y'all into the show, man. If you following us on YouTube, I encourage you to subscribe to us on YouTube. We have reason that on YouTube. We also post stuff on TikTok, and that's fine if you want to go view it and all that. But we need you to slide on over to YouTube and subscribe. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
YouTube is just the information thing. Get on over there and subscribe. And if you got questions and comments, you want to join the show or whatnot, man, email us at baldheadreasoner@gmail.com, man, and get on up in there. You know what I'm saying? We'll answer them
And them
questions.
YouTube numbers climbing too. You better go ahead and get in the number.
You better get
Go
in
ahead
there
and be in
right
the
now,
number.
dog. Because we
Yep.
will. We might have to block you later. I'm just joking with you, man. Y'all come on in, man. Come on in and kick with your boys, man. We're gonna tell you what you need to know for sure, man. Okay. All right, so check it out, man. Our first segment is popular. It's called The Head Lead, sponsored by at New Spot Alert ATL. We just hit 5,000 followers on that thing, man, on Instagram. And we've been doing that thing for a year, man. And I know 5,000, may not seem like a lot to a lot of people, but in 1 year, 5,000 is quite a bit. We're doing great things for the
Yes,
community,
sir.
making a lot
Yeah.
of we've broken a lot of, relationships and friendships with business owners and people out here. We're just trying to do a service for the community, y'all. So if you're in the Atlanta metro area or anywhere, just follow us on New Spot Alert ATL, man. Come down here, check us out. Log on, check us out. We on YouTube, we on TikTok, we on all that stuff, man. Instagram, check us out, follow us, which way you need to be. All right. All right. The
Yeah,
first
yeah.
segment, the head lead, man. Our question for the night, man. If voting is an inherent right of every American citizen, should voting rights be stripped from felons? And should they be restored upon sentence completion? Ando, you up first, buddy.
All right. So, should voting rights be stripped from felons, and should they be restored upon sentence completion?
Let me read you a little backdrop for you answer that. I'm gonna let you contemplate real quick. I just want to, and it's important that I meant to add this. I'm sorry. I apologize. Let me put this in there first before you answer that question. Give you a little context. All right. In the District of Columbia, Maine, and Vermont, felons never lose their right to vote, even when they're incarcerated. All right. In 23 states, felons lose their voting rights only while incarcerated and receive them automatically when they're released. In 15 states, felons lose their voting rights during incarceration and for a period of time after that, typically while on parole or while on probation. But once that's all done and adjudicated, then they get them back. And in 10 states, felons lose their voting rights indefinitely for some crimes and require governor's pardon for voting rights to be restored. Okay, now, just to give you a little context, a little backdrop behind that.
All right. Now, some of that I'm familiar with. What I would like to know later, look, how many of those states where the voting rights for felons are not returned are in the Southeast?
All of them. That's my point. That's what we get.
Okay.
Every one of them.
Right. So we know the genesis behind that. But
Yes, sir. United. Yes, sir.
there we go. But yeah, of course, I believe that the felons should retain their rights to vote. We talk about being a nation and a society of second chances, is that not a second chance? I mean, I've been punished for my crime. I served my time. I did my community service, everything connected with that. Not only that, but I'm labeled for the rest of my life. I have a scarlet letter now. And so, and just to take that inherent right away from, not even having a choice about the individuals that, that govern the nation, I mean, that's a bit too much for me. Because that vote is important, that right is important, because there in some cases could have possibly been some laws and legislations that led to a person being a felon, having the wrong people there with the wrong ideology and mindset. And so yeah, that right to vote and to select who's in charge of the society, because again, even when you're doing your time, you want folks in charge to have a say with who's in charge, because oftentimes that could also be connected to how fairly you're treated while you're serving your time.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
to take that basic right away, permanently, no, I do not agree with. And felons should always retain their right to vote, in my opinion.
Okay, yeah, and the caveat off that, and get back to ask you a follow-up question on that. So it kind of begs you to wonder, or it kind of leads you to wonder, I should say, what's the whole purpose of the rehabilitative prison reform system anyway? If you're gonna continue to punish a guy after they finish their crime, after they serve time for their crime, shouldn't voting be one of those things that should be, included in that? Should you continue to punish these guys?
It's
That's the
all
second
kind of
part.
holes. It's all kind of holes in that, man. That rehabilitative system, and whether it's working or not, or whether it should be, working the way, or whether it is working the way it should be, whole bunch of holes in that.
Yeah.
Just the
Okay.
voting.
Well, go ahead. We'll go ahead. Continue, Leon. What's your thoughts on it? We come back. We're gonna talk about this for a little bit.
Okay. I'm kind of, I got a couple of different thoughts on this, man. I said, my initial thought was, well, if you've been convicted of a felony, and you're sentenced to prison, you should lose that right while you're in prison. But once you're out of prison, meaning you've served your time, you did something wrong and you got this amount of time and you went and you did that time. To me, we even, you even again, because you went and paid your debt to society.
When he's late.
Yeah. Right. You paid your debt to society and now you're back. And so that's the original thing I thought. And then at the same time, I said, well, wait a minute. I said, what is wrong? They're still citizens. They're just locked up. So why wouldn't they have the right to vote while they're in prison? And as I started thinking about that, man, I said, you know what? Although I feel, in a way that they should be able to vote if they're in prison, at the same time, I look at how dirty prison is. I had I ain't gonna say the opportunity because it wasn't great, but I worked in a prison, man. I had a break-in service after doing 6 years, and I worked in two different prisons. And you're talking about a dirty place, man. You're talking about, everything goes down in prison. And so I can see a situation in which somebody, is felon that's locked up, in prison, and you got somebody that's in charge, be it a guard or be it a warden or be it whoever, saying, hey, we can do some things for you if you vote this way. And most people that's locked up, man, they cling to the smallest little things that they can get. Any kind of advantage, any extra deal that they can get, man, whether it's even just some extra food. I know that sounds like something minor, but just a little extra food, man, or extra freedom, extra time to, be outside or whatever. It's real easy for somebody to say, okay, well, you vote for this person, then I got you. I'm gonna do this for you. And that might be me reaching, I don't know, but I just try to think outside the box and say, hey,
might be on something though.
Yeah, what is a reason why they should not be able to vote? I think overall, my overall feeling is what I started with is, hey, if you commit a crime, you lose your, and you go to jail, and you lose your ability to vote. But then as soon as you're done, hey, you're right back at it because you've done what you needed to do to pay your debt to society. So I know that's kind of, a couple of different places I went with that. The overarching, yeah, if you did what you're supposed to do, paid your debt, and come on back and vote.
So there are some parameters in some states. So if you're released and you're on parole, if you released early and you're on parole, so once your parole, I guess, time ends and you're not on probation anymore and you have to go to the PO. Once you have completely exonerated, you're well, not exonerated, your sentence is complete, closed. You have no more obligation to the state or to the federal government. Then your voting rights should be restored. That's the way that I'm reading this. That's the way that I understand it. In a lot of these states.
Georgia, or you saying some other states?
No, in a lot of these states, and like I said, in 23 states, you lose them while you're incarcerated, and you receive them automatically when you're free of your obligations. That includes being released from prison and your probation and all that other stuff. Okay. In 15 states, felons lose their voting rights during incarceration and a period of time after that, typically while on parole or probation until you finish your obligation. 23 states say as soon as you get out, whether you're on parole or not, you good. You can go. 23 out of the 50. That's almost half.
Yeah. It's just
15,
it's just so many things that can go into it though, man. Those numbers you just put out, and Ando said it. Let's say you in the South, man. We can easily see a situation where
that's important.
Okay, I don't want to steal your thunder. Then go ahead.
Okay, so that's where it differs. In 10 states, felons lose their voting rights indefinitely for some crimes or require governor's pardon for voting rights to be restored, facing an additional waiting period after completion of sentence, including parole and probation. So you got to solicit too. I have a friend of mine that served 18 years in federal prison, convicted in the state of Florida. Okay? Florida. Out of those 10 states I was just talking about, guess what the 10 states are? Louisiana, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Texas, South Carolina, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Right in a row.
You see what I'm saying? And Kentucky. So guess where we at? Guess where we at? You know what I'm saying? So it's so, and when I look at this, I'm like, okay, well, the whole purpose of rehabilitation is, and this is why prison reform need to be looked at. I agree that they should lose their rights while they're in there because it opens up the door for voter suppression or influence voter stuff while they're in prison. Because we already know that the vast majority of the prison population is minorities. I mean, that's not hyperbole. That's just fact. That's just fact. Yeah. So if you go in there and you influence them to vote a certain way to give them an extra meal or extra, you that's called voter. That's called, that's like witness tampering almost, or whatever they call it. It's like voter tampering.
Voter intimidation or something like that.
But look, but Tim, even with that being said, if all of a sudden you just start seeing a majority of conservative votes, not to say there's nothing wrong with the conservative vote, but the prisons, you talking about 80% minority, how many of those guys are really going to be voting conservative, especially in the southern states?
Well, if you holding over, I mean, they probably wouldn't at all. But if you holding,
so that would be a red flag, is what I'm saying. If all
it'd be a red flag, right? If they, you don't know what
the prison population in the South, where these guys were discriminated against and probably got locked up for things that most folks, of another race are still at home and going to work and taking care of their kids. Even they agree that they should be treated differently. So it would be a red flag for all of a sudden, most of that population to vote on, for a conservative candidate.
And I agree. I think it would be a red flag, man. But at the same time, I just think, the damage would be done. They probably one of those things. Well, so yeah, we saw a trend where, all these people that's locked up that normally wouldn't vote this way. They voted conservative. Okay, we're gonna fix this for next election. And then, so the damage is already done. And on top of that, even during this current election, if that were to be happening, now you got people that's saying, it's happening right now, and I'm gonna go and do it, anyway, because some of these Republican states, or it could be the other way around, Democrat states, whatever it is, some of those states are saying we're gonna put this law into place where this can't be checked, or if this is checked, I got this, Secretary of State that's saying, hey, we're gonna sign off on this anyway, because it's already so many hurdles you got to jump through and so many different things you got to go through in certain states, man. I saw something today, and this ain't talking about voting, where I think it was Arizona, where they're coming up with they want all the kids in schools to have a Bible. They want Bibles in school, but the only Bible, but no, they ain't the kicker. The only Bible that meets what the state is requiring is the Trump Bible. That's the
Wow.
only one that needs to so basically they put out some requirements for the Bible, and the only one that meet the requirements is Trump Bible. So those are the type things that I'm looking at when we talk about voting. People just putting things in place, man, where we see that a pattern that's not, that's a little unusual, but what can be done about it?
Yeah. Watch out. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy?
Man, hey. Whoo. Well, hey, tired, man.
Well, welcome to the show. So I'm gonna throw you right in the fire, man.
Don't go in, brother.
Hey, let him go change real quick, man. Let him go change. He was out. You see, obviously he was cutting some grass or something. hey. Let him go change.
What you say? His attire is not appropriate. Yeah,
his attire is not appropriate. He been outside working.
Hey, I had to put on something real and throw something on, man. I'm about to sweat like, I'm about to pass out.
So check it out, man. We was knee deep in this one right here, man. If voting is an inherent right of every American citizen, should voting rights be stripped from felons, and should they be restored upon sentence completion? And I gave them a little backdrop, and just to give you a little context here, I said that 23 states, in 23 states in the United States, you lose your rights while you're incarcerated, but you receive them automatically when you're released. Okay. In 15 states, you lose your rights while you're incarcerated, and then a period of time after that, if you're on probation or things like that. And then in 10 states, you lose your rights indefinitely for some crimes, and it requires a governor's pardon for you to get your voting rights reestablished. Now, you ain't got to be no genius to figure out what 10 states that is. You know what I'm saying? The way you got to get it back. So with that, what I'm saying, so go back to the question. Should if it's an inherent right of everybody, should voting rights be stripped from felons in the first place, and should it be restored upon sentence completion? Your thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna say it like this, and it's right there in our face right now. If you're gonna allow someone to run for president, right? You allow somebody to run for president.
That's a dynamic point, because right now, as it stands right now, he is a convicted felon on 41 felonies. That is fact.
So right now, we look at that and we ask ourselves, them individuals that sitting there looking at this, are sitting there with the little question mark sitting above their head right now, asking themselves, so if this is the case, then why can't I vote? I done redeemed myself. I served my time. Not only did I serve my time, I went in there and was constructive with my time, and I done came out with degrees and that started my own business, and I done did all of these things. They done reinstituted themselves to society in a positive manner, right? And being a positive force for their communities, but they still can't vote. Right then itself, that should be over. That should change automatically. They have reconfigured themselves to be a positive influence on the community based off of what they did and experienced and overcame, or whatever they did. They done served their time. You have to, at one point in time, you got to say, I got to live, and they may not believe in Christ. They may not believe. If he can forgive you for all your sins, why can't we forgive them for theirs and say, hey, they done served their time. They should now be able to do like every other God-given American citizen and be able to vote. That's my take on it.
Man, that's a powerful, that's an impactful, and that point you nailed home about the situation with the person running for president right now, man, I'm telling you right now, bro, you know, you just introduced something right now that I didn't even think about. That is a very, very, very good point. You know what I mean? Because and because from the point you're convicted, whether you've been sentenced or not, he was found guilty and was convicted, and he is a felon. By all accounts, he's a felon. He's a felon. Right now, on paper, he is a convicted felon.
Bunch of them things too, not just one.
I like 41 of them.
Exactly. Well, hey, he was out there trying to monopolize.
So you know, that opens up all kind of floodgates. It's like, you know, can he talk to other guys that was in his staff before they went to prison? Because that's like colluding. I ain't gonna go down that, but I mean,
it's a whole lot of ways. It's a whole lot of avenues you can hit on that.
Yeah. So this is where I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna wrap it up like this right here. Then, so the points you made are, man, spot on, and I think that you lose your right if you go out there and violate rights. I get that, but once you're done with that, then your rights should be restored. You know what I'm saying? If you paid your debt to society and you finish and you know and all that, then you know what I mean, you should get a clean slate. That's what they're pitching that prison's supposed to be anyway. But is it really a rehabilitating institution? Is it really that? No. Or is it just somewhere to lock you away and forget it? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
It all depends on. I think it's a case by case thing, a place by place thing. I should say, not case by case.
It is a place by place thing, and it's case by case too, though. You know, it's like I heard an old man say one time, man. It's like old folks pissing, dog. It all depends. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know,
you know, get this stuff from, man.
You know, it's like old folks pissing, man. It all depends, baby. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
Wow.
So it's like you gotta look at the situation for just what it is. Now, in geographically, some people in the country are not going to be afforded the same opportunities as others.
Oh yeah, most definitely not.
It's just going to be different, you know. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, good discussion on that. So we're going to roll into the next segment, man, which I know is a fan favorite. Everybody like this stuff right here. I know y'all been checking this one out because I try to keep y'all off guard, man. Because you brothers are smart, man. I got to keep y'all thinking, man. Stimulate your mind. Stimulate your mind, Craig. You know what I'm saying? And get you straight right here. This is that, man. Check it out. So we rocking with Will Ferrell or Jim Carrey. Leah, you first, Doc.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Will Ferrell, man. That guy is just naturally funny to me. Jim Carrey, man, he kind of every once in a while some of his funny is just too crazy. You know, it's too crazy to the point where I don't laugh at it a whole lot. Not all of it now, because he is a funny guy. You know, he's had some real funny movies, man. But Will Ferrell, that dude, just if you can picture his face right now, man, just a naturally funny dude, man. Just a naturally funny dude.
Well, hey, yeah, be more careful. Yeah, I mean, I'm laughing at that dude.
Yeah, I'm Will Ferrell all day, man. I am. I'm a big
okay.
fan.
Well, Doc, go ahead. Who you got?
Hey, man, until you said that, I was about to go Jim, man. But then I went to thinking about Will Ferrell and when he's playing that doggone big old elf. It's just stuff you can't even help, but you can picture that and see that dude just bust out laughing for no reason at all. It's like he is playing genuine, being funny at what he's doing. When they sit there talking about we brothers, when they've been on bunk beds.
Step brother. Step
brother. Yeah. Like, dude, how? And then he run around here talking about Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, hey, there it is, right there.
Hey,
that's it, right there.
Like what? That dude is a trip, man. It's just the minute you look at him, you see him with that curly hair, and whatever kind of little hair fro.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
It's him, man. It's Will Ferrell, man. Jim Carrey funny. Don't get me wrong with it. He plays some characters, especially he out there running around. I think what was the one where he was all the animals.
The pet detective. Yeah, Ace Ventura, pet detective.
Yeah, that dude is out the chain, man.
Will Ferrell and that elf though, something else, man. Elf, something else. Yeah.
Ando, who you got?
Oh man, initially I was like, man, this is a tough one because I remember Jim Carrey, man, especially those Living Color years. He was hot.
Bow Marshall Bill. Yeah,
Oh,
let's
yeah.
You know what? I
Let
ain't
me
go
show
back
you
that far,
something.
Ando.
legendary.
Yeah, so those Living Color years, I'm just like, and he was coming out with Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, all that type of stuff.
Dumb and Dumber
Dumb and
too now.
Dumber. Yeah, I was like, man, it was Jim Carrey, And then I thought it switched up early 90s, 2004, 2005, and it started to shift to Will Ferrell for me, because he just had even more stuff out there, he was on Saturday Night Live for a while. I remember the cowbell scene and episode, and I mean, he was just I'm looking back, man, he was in a lot of stuff. I didn't realize Austin Powers, I was like, oh yeah, he was in Austin Powers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Anchorman.
Man, I'm looking at all the stuff that he's been in, and then I start thinking about Anchorman and Elf and all this stuff.
Elf
We're streaking. We're streaking.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something, man. All right, let me go. I got to jump in because I can't contain it alone. To me, this is no brainer, dog. Will Ferrell is one of the most funniest people on this planet, dog. Yes. I'm telling you, that guy was. I'm telling you, I can't contain. If I walked in the room right now and met him, I'm laughing before I even. That dude is just crazy to me, man. Will Ferrell is fun. He is one of the funniest guys on the planet, dog.
Yes.
Because of the role.
Just picture his face. Just picture.
Yeah, just the way, like even the commercial, the PayPal commercial. What you? This dude is crazy, man. I'm telling you, Will Ferrell is so stupid, dog. It's like, okay, so Anchorman, dog, he had me in tears. Okay, he had me in tears in Tropic. Y'all remember Tropic Thunder or Tropic Lightning or whatever?
Tropic Thunder. Yeah.
But Love Me Sexy, that song you made, Love Me Sexy, that was crazy, dog. I love Jim Carrey. But Will Ferrell, But Will Ferrell, dog, that dude is like go. He like go. I mean, he in that discussion. That dude is funny, dog. He is funny, man. To me, I'm just saying, he's just one of my favorites, man.
I think that's a sweep right there, bro.
It's a sweep, dog.
Hands down, bro. Hands down.
But I know we ain't gonna be a sweep on this next one right here, dog. Because I know we're gonna be divided on this right here. Check this out, man. In their prime, I got to catch y'all off guard. In their prime, man, who y'all going with? Alonzo Mourning or Patrick Ewing? And though since you started all this in the end, we're gonna keep it with you, baby.
Well, let me tell you something, bro. At first, I thought this was real hard, man. I thought it was hard. And the key word you did say was prime.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because Patrick was in the league about 5 or 6 years before Alonzo.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them Georgetown guys. True that.
Right. And so I had to see, I'm like, well, first I was like, man, that's close. And then I was like, man, I think it might be Alonzo. He had, he played good defense, blah, blah, blah. Patrick scored more. But then I went back and I looked at the stats, right? And I'm like, okay, what was Patrick doing from the time Alonzo came in? Because Alonzo was peaking right away. He came in the league almost 20 points a game or something like that. So what was Patrick doing during the time Alonzo was peaking after Patrick been in the league for 6, 7, 8, 9 years? And Patrick was putting up better numbers, except for blocks. I think Alonzo averaged maybe 1 block a game or half a block a game more than Patrick did during that time. But, Patrick was points, rebounding. He was doing the same thing. 6, 7 years older. So to me, that just kind of that made my decision easy. And I said,
okay, so you going Patrick? Okay. Well, let us know where you going with it. Hit me with it.
I don't know, man. Hey, I know why you say that. You know, everybody know I'm an old diehard Knicks fan. You know,
I know
have
you're a
been forever.
Knickerbocker, you
Yeah.
know.
Hey, so originally I was saying, hey, hands down, Pat. You know, Patrick Ewing, man, hands down, because if we're talking about in his prime, I'm picturing Pat on them teams when the Knicks was making deep playoff runs every year. You know, I'm
Yep.
talking about deep runs, man. Whereas they probably would have had a couple of rings if it wasn't for old
If it
23.
wasn't for Jordan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for old 23, then they'd had a couple of rings. So during that time, Pat Ewing was a monster, man. He was a monster. And I don't remember very many games, playoff games. I'm talking playoffs. I'm not even talking about regular season, man, because that's a gimme. But I don't remember very many playoff games where Pat disappeared. I don't
Yeah.
remember any. You know, I don't remember many at all. And so I look at that and say that dude right there, he was just consistent. Not that Alonzo Mourning one, because Alonzo Mourning was a beast. And like you said, Ando, he came in as a beast. You know, he came in putting up big numbers. But
Yeah.
just like you said, while he was coming in putting up them big numbers, and Pat, you know, he wasn't on his last leg, but he was, he up there in age a little bit. He was still putting up big numbers, man, and still putting up big numbers in big games. You know, he wasn't one of them guys, man, that they just, we need a big man in the middle, you know, just to rebound and block shots and all that. No, man, that dude was putting up numbers.
No, he give you 25, 30 a game. Yeah, he dropping
consistently.
And Lev, to your point, Lev, you had to plan for Patrick.
Yeah.
You had to game plan. You didn't have to game plan for Alonzo because he was more of a defensive guy. Yeah. And he was going to get his shot as he could get his shot.
You're
Pat
right.
Can create his own shot. He could shoot from outside, inside, and he played an equal, if not higher level of defense. So to do that, you know, at an older age consistently during this guy's prime, and you still outperforming him for 5 or 6, 7 years, man. That just is definitely Patrick, because you didn't have to plan for Alonzo. You had to plan for Patrick.
And Pat was still requiring a double team, man, deep into his career. You know, they still got to send somebody at him, man. So
good point.
You know, that dude's a monster. That's my guy.
Okay.
All right, change my mind.
All right, man. Who you got?
Hey.
Hold on. He talking that Espanol again. Go ahead, dog. Do it again. Do it again. Okay. All right. Yeah, we got you, dog. All right. Your microphone going in and out, dog. Sound like you're talking in a cup, dog.
Hey, hold on. Hey, what the heck? Is it
we got you now.
Yeah, we got you
now. We got you now. Now hit us with it again. Who you got?
Did it remix?
There you go. Go ahead.
Man, hey, what about now?
Yeah, you good.
Still?
No, you good.
Boy,
you good.
Hey, man, I'm going with Pat, man. Pat was a bane of my existence, bro. Hey, we good? Hey, I'm going with Pat, man. Hey, all day, Pat Ewing.
Pat Ewing, that's your boy. Okay, all right, man.
You couldn't stop him. He was gonna show up and disrupt them final 2 minutes of the game.
He was, and Pat also.
I don't know why my mic going in and out. Doing that crap again, man.
Oh no, you good now.
Yeah,
we got you. You loud and clear now, dog. We got you. Yeah, we got you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Pat, man. I'm gonna go Pat, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna go Pat, man. Pat, like you said, and to Liv, to Ando, and all y'all points actually. You know, Alonzo could score. Don't get me wrong, he could score, but Pat gonna get down there and paint and tell me, throw me this ball, dog, and finna go down there and get you. He finna get you that 27, 25, and finna get you them 15 boards. And he's gonna get you them 6 blocks that Zobe get. And Pat did that, and then on top of that too, here's the telling thing too. Patrick Ewing, man, was like 83, 84% free throw shooter as a big man. Do you know the touch you need to have as a big man to shoot free throws efficiently like that as a 7-footer, dog?
And he developed that jumper. He developed that mid-range jump shot.
Man, he had a butter jump shot. I'm talking about 10 feet and 12 feet. That thing was money.
Yep.
That thing was money.
Boy, I see the old nappy beard right now, pulling up.
I can see it right now, dog. And I mean, and look, and I'm gonna tell you right now, dog, did nobody sweat more than Pat?
No, not at all.
Pat used to sweat like a coke bottle.
He had a personal sprinkler system on top of his head.
Let me tell you something. Pat used to sweat like a coke bottle at a barbecue, dog. I'm talking about just sweating like a mother. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, that boy gonna do some sweating, dog. You know. All right, so we're gonna jump into the last this and that. And Max, you sent me a text on this today, and I couldn't help but to laugh, dog, because it was funny because it's relevant. Hey man, what y'all hate the most, man? Y'all hate them bonnets in public or guys with sagging pants? I'm gonna start with you, Max, because you experienced this today.
Hey, man. Man, I can't stand dudes walking around with them sagging pants, man. But that doggone bunny, when the bunny bothers me, it tears me up too. But them sagging pants, bro, it's disturbing to me, man. Every time I like, dude, why you? I even had to tell my son, boy, you ain't gonna worry with me like that, man. Why you?
No.
Do you understand the origin of that crap?
Yeah, they don't understand.
You think it's swag? That ain't swag.
It ain't swag. You doing exactly what they instructed you to do.
Yeah, don't do it, man. It's not cool, brother. You walking around here showing your drawers. I don't want to see that.
If they knew what it represented, they would stop doing it, dog. If they truly knew what it represented.
I think some of them know.
They know. Yeah, they've heard it. They heard it. I know they heard it.
But they run around talking about if you walking down the street, I seen the dude the other day walking down the street. He had to hold his pants up just to walk down the street.
That's too much work. That's just too much work. Put a belt on.
I'm going in and out again.
No, we got you now.
I bet I went in and out again, didn't I?
Yeah,
we got you.
Yeah, they got to do it, man. I can't stand it, bro. Then they looking at you like, what?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Lil?
Yeah, for me, it used to be.
I think y'all still got me.
Yeah, we got you. But for me, man, it used to be just straight. It was the pants sagging, because that's been out there for years. And I've been fighting it for years, man, especially working in the school system, man. We had that conversation all the time. I done told them, hey, do you know where this comes from? All that type of stuff, man. So they know where it comes from. So that's what it's been in the past, Now, man, the whole bonnet, especially if it's a dude walking around with a bonnet on, man. I know, the question, I don't know if you were specifically saying, women, men.
It's bonnets anywhere, because now you can't even, now you just got to be general with it, dog.
Right. That's why I said that. And so the thing that's messing me up now, I already didn't like the whole bonnets, being out in public with the bonnet on, man. But we seeing dudes out there like that now. It's like it's just becoming an epidemic, and I can't deal with it. I really can't. And the thing that worries me about that. So here's the pattern right here. These dudes, man, they going. Listen how I say this. They going to get their hair done. That's what they saying at school now. They say, hey, I'm going to get my hair done. I tell my kids, my boys, I tell them all the time, hey, that don't sound right. Don't say that, Robert. Say you going to the barbershop. Don't say you're going to get your hair done. And they go get their hair done, man. And then they throw it on a bonnet because they don't want it to be messed up. I can't take a man in high school telling me, hey, I'm gonna be late. I ain't gonna be able to come to drill team practice tomorrow because I got an appointment to get my hair done. So I can't roll with it though.
and I know what you're saying, but I'm gonna be 100. Just like, and this is no shot at no particular set of people. Okay, this is no shot. Okay, I'm not pro anything. You do whatever the hell you want to do. Whatever pleases you, that's your business. I get to that. I ain't gonna start yet. I'll come back. Ando, what you got?
I'll be right back, man. I'm gonna get my hair done, bro. Let me tell you something, man.
Hey, Ando, they be serious too, man. They be dead serious.
Let me tell you something, man. I could actually see that happen in the 60s and 70s when the brothers had the froze and stuff. And bonnets was out there,
I could see it. They wouldn't even say it like that.
Nah, they wouldn't say it.
They wouldn't say it like that. Hey, man, I gotta go get this. I gotta go get my hair.
Hey,
Yeah.
they wig split.
You did. Hey, look here, dog. Between the two, um, bruh, I hate goddamn sagging pants the most, man. I can deal with the bonnet thing more so, even though I don't care for it. I think it's faddish, of course. But the sagging pants thing with the young people has become almost like a way of life, even though they know what it means, right? But that's what I hate the most. It's like you know what that means, but you think you're just gonna turn it into what you want to turn it into. No, it still means what it means, and it still looks nasty. And I would tell my daughters, I'm like, I know this is what the style is, but if somebody coming over here to pick you up and they pants are hanging down, I'm like, I'm just gonna turn them around. I'm just gonna close the door. So
Did it already.
So they better
Did it
fake it.
already.
They better fake it if they're coming over here and put a belt on or something, because if they come to my house and their pants are hanging down, I'm just gonna tell them they at the wrong house.
Get out.
Yes,
That's
sir.
that. So that's what I hate the most.
Okay, so here's my take. And I know I'm getting mixed things from this right here, but I don't care. Okay, I'm just gonna speak the truth. Because just like everybody got free speech, everybody got the right to say what they want to say. Okay. I am not discriminating against any group of people when I say this.
Right.
I'm just merely stating facts. Okay. It is your right to be however you want to be. Okay. But it's not your right to tell other people how to feel about it. I'm going to start with saying that. Okay. You can say what you want to say. You can do what you want to do. You can feel how you want to feel. That's your right. Your right. But you don't have the right to tell other people how they need to feel about it. I'm going to start by saying that. Understand so you won't misunderstand what I'm telling you right now. Okay? Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. There has been a turn in our culture, and I'm going to speak for Black people because I'm a Black man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? More and more, it disturbs me. It disturbs me, just me. Okay? When I see more and more guys are being pushed to wear dresses, to carry purses, to wear bonnets, and to try to look like females. Okay? Like, again, it's your choice if that's what you want to do that. But I'm telling you that for the heterosexual population, we don't feel intimidated. We don't feel any type of way about you doing that. I'm just simply telling you is you don't have the right to try to make it abnormal for us to try to be regular men also. You understand what I'm saying? Just like we respect you, it's getting lost in the whole conversation about LGBTQ. These guys are beginning to lose the fact that they have to respect heterosexual men as well. You understand what I'm saying? Because you keep talking about your rights, and we're going to adhere to that. Gay friends. I have gay family members. I love them dearly. You understand? I would never treat them any type of different way. You know what I'm saying? And I hope some of you are watching this and hear me what I'm saying. Understand what I'm saying. Don't just nitpick what I'm saying and take what you want out of it. Hear the total message. What I'm telling you is this. You have to respect the fact that you want us to respect you, but I want you to respect me as well. I don't like it. It's disturbing for me to see men walking around in bonnets and pants sagging. If they knew the history where that came from, it's so degrading and so disrespectful as a man for you to walk around like that. When I know for a fact that that was designed for you to walk around to identify you as a heterosexual male that has been raped and broken by a slave master, and that you have been broken, that you wear your pants sagging so they can identify you to come back later and do the same thing to you again. And people just wipe that off like it ain't nothing serious. It's very serious to me, and I don't like it. Okay? I don't like it. I don't like it. I hate to see it, but it ain't my place to correct everybody out there. But I'm just telling you, if you're out there listening, that's what that's all about. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you want to challenge what I'm saying, then go look it up. It's history and it's fact. That's where it came from. It's disturbing. Okay. It's disturbing. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. I'm just going to leave it at that. And I ain't going to go no further because I don't want to wrinkle no feathers, but I'm going to speak the truth. I'm going to speak the truth and I'm going to tell you what it is on here because that's what this show is all about. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So moving on, I didn't mean to get too serious about that, but I'm passionate about that because, you know, I want people to understand what this is all about. You know, we're getting at some point, you know, sometimes we get just a little too casual about things that we need to be focusing on a little bit more. That's just me. Okay. So off the dome, check this out, man. Who or what are you putting on blast this week? Ando, hit us with it.
Man, this is an easy one this week for me, big dog. Amazon, bro. Amazon. That's what I'm putting on blast this week because I was laying in bed Saturday night, you know, dozing off. Then I realized a few items that I needed. Placed my order. It said one of the items will be here next day on Sunday. I was like, oh, cool, that's fast. Then it said the other items would be here on Monday. I was like, okay, cool, that's pretty fast. All right. You know, as long as it was within 2 days. So Sunday came, no package. Monday came. I'm thinking, no, all 3 of the items I ordered would be here. Nothing. Then I noticed I had something in my email saying shipment delayed. Okay. I'm like, okay, shipment delayed. My order gonna be here in like a day. No, man. No, I tried to cancel the order. The other day, they wouldn't let me cancel the order. It told me my order was getting ready to be shipped. Getting ready to be shipped. Okay, I needed it 2 days ago, right? And they wouldn't let me cancel my order. So I went back to try to cancel it a second time, and I thought it went through, and it came back again. Order getting ready to be shipped. And so I go back the third time. I'm on like day 4 now. And it wouldn't let me cancel. I look up today, it says out for delivery. So yeah, it says out for delivery. I have them by 10, but it's like, so I'm putting Amazon on blast because this is bull crap. You know, how you gonna hold my money hostage, right? When you told me my products would be here the next day. And then the other 2 items would be here 2 days later. I received 1 item 4 days later, and now it's 6 days later. And the other 2 are supposed to be here today, but you wouldn't allow me to cancel my order, even though it says right there that I can cancel my order and get a refund. It said cancel your order, get a refund because of the shipping delay, or if the items get there, return them for a refund. So I'm trying to cancel before the items get here, so I don't have to return them for a refund. You're giving me my options, but then you still won't allow me to cancel my product, to cancel the order. And here we are now going on 7 days later. Tomorrow will be 7 days. And yeah, so Amazon, you suck.
It's amazing. It's an amazing process, dog. You got to applaud them. Leah?
Man, I want to put Hyundai, the car dealer. All right. I want to put Hyundai on blast.
Okay.
Right? And I hope. All right. So, you know, I work about an hour away from where I live, man. I don't want to put a bunch of miles on my truck. So I got me a little Hyundai Sonata to drive back and forth to work every day.
I've seen it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So I drive my little Hyundai to work every day, man. And so Hyundai has a class action lawsuit out there right now because they got an oil consumption problem with their engine. So their engine for that particular vehicle, you can get an oil change, and for whatever reason, a couple of weeks later, your oil light is going to start flickering. All right, it ain't going to stay on, but it's going to start flickering. You know, and so what's happening is that oil is it's going somewhere in that engine where it ain't supposed to be. There's no oil spots on the ground, there's no leaks, no none of that. So I go to the Hyundai dealer and I'm trying to point out to him, hey, look, hey, my oil light keeps coming on. I keep my car clean, taken care of. I do everything I'm supposed to do with it, man. I've always done that. And the service manager, this dude said, Yes, sir, Mr. Rush.
Oh.
We know about the problem. Y'all lost me.
No, you good.
Oh, you good.
Oh, okay. All right. He said, yeah, yes, sir. We know about the problem. And the problem is we can't do anything about it until your car breaks down. You know, we know that we have that engine oil consumption problem, but if everybody brought their car in here who was having that problem and we replaced their engine, I'd be out of business. You know, I wouldn't be able to run my business. So Big Hyundai knows about it, but my dealership right here can't do anything about it until you're on the side of the road and your car has broken down. So I'm trying to tell this young, I said, man, I work an hour away from here. Sometimes I'm driving back at night. So you want me to be on the side of the road? I know it's something wrong. And I can't be, I can't go ahead and be proactive and say, I want to get this thing taken care of. I got to wait until I'm on the side of the road with an engine that's locked up and then call Hyundai and say, hey, what's the deal? Can y'all do something for me? And he said, yeah, then we can try to do something, but I can't do nothing for you right now. So I want to put them on blast, man. They got to have a better system than that. Everybody got recalls. You know, if you got a recall,
everybody. I got one right now. I'm getting worked on right now with my Jeep, man. I'm going through a similar situation. It's like, took it down there. Hey, man, my Jeep been down there since last Tuesday, dog. It's been 10 days, bro. Yeah. Been 10 days. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, it take y'all 10 days to figure out what's going on? It was a wiring harness. They told me what the recall was. Why y'all speak with it? I mean, what the problem is. All right, Max, what you got, dog? You don't rejoin us. What you got? Max, you there?
Froze again.
Okay, we'll come back to you, dog, when you get your combo together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go there, dog. Okay, so check this out, man. Max, you there? There you go. Go ahead.
He still froze on my screen.
He still froze? I see him. I see him moving, but I don't hear nothing. All right, I'll come back to you, dog. Okay, so check this out, dog. So here's my let me tell y'all something, man. So y'all ever heard of this app called the Nextdoor app in your neighborhood?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. I got
it. Okay, so I was on the Nextdoor app. You know, my wife was on the Nextdoor app the other day, man. And, we go on there every now and then because I'm part of the HOA.
Hey, my screen still froze?
No, you good now. You want to go ahead and go? I can hear you, but your screen froze.
They keep coming in and out.
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay, go now. What you got? Still can't hear.
Yeah, lost him again.
All right. Okay, all right. Okay, so check it out, man. So anyway,
I don't know what combo, man. I'm back.
We can hear you, dog. We can't see you having all kind of problems.
Let me go ahead and throw on blast. Whoever started this toilet paper epidemic. I'm good now.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Hey, everybody disappeared on me.
Hey, dog, we're gonna need you to go to Starbucks every Friday night, dog. And go on.
Yeah. Just hold tight, dog. Let me wrap it. Let me wrap it up, dog. Let me wrap it up. Okay, all right.
So caramel macchiato or something, lock in right there.
Get you some old remedy or some Walmart, dog, and run them upside down, something out. Because right now your thing ain't working too good. All right, so check it out. So we were talking about so it was a teen on Nextdoor. Okay, him and this little girl. He got the little girl pregnant, dog. Okay, he got the little girl pregnant, and he put this on. This was on the Nextdoor app. The dude opened a GoFundMe. He was asking for people to donate for him to pay for an abortion. Max, hold what you got. Max, hold what you got, Max. Hold what you got. So he
get that thought out.
Yeah. So he's asking for an abortion, right? He's asking for a GoFundMe to pay for an abortion. Max, hold what you got. So he's asking for an abortion, a GoFundMe to help him pay for an abortion for him and the girl. He said they made a grand mistake, dog.
Hey, you might have to mute it, man. Can you mute it?
I don't know where he at, dog.
You have to mute Max, man. It sounds like he been abducted again by aliens, dog.
Yeah, he been abducted,
He's
dog.
getting further and further away in other galaxies right there.
Oh, he
He
sent a
ain't
text in.
said nothing, but he just texted me saying he ain't said nothing, but it's rolling back.
Oh, the audio must be trying to catch up then, Max.
Yeah.
That's what it
He must be
is.
trying to catch up. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, the guy asked for a GoFundMe, dog, you know, and it's up there right now. He's asking for money to help pay for an abortion because he said him and the girl made a mistake, dog. You know, and I was like, yeah. So people start going in on him and like,
You know
we
it.
ain't giving you no damn money, dog, to help pay for no damn abortion. You made a mistake. You ain't make no mistake getting in there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna help you pay for that, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Said these kids.
These kids, dog, he's like 17 years old, dog. You know, I'm like, dog. We ain't nobody. You know.
Hey,
How
I'm
you
gonna
do
give him
that
an
on
A
the
for
next
effort
door
for trying
app?
it, dog. I'm gonna give him an A for effort just for trying it.
You know, and I'm like, yeah, dog, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work.
On the
But
next door app, bro. I mean,
on the next door app, dog. On the next door app. And when I saw it, you know, I'm looking for community message. You know, hey, look, it's the ice cream truck coming. It's some painters in the thing. You know, coming up or whatever. But this dude over there talking about he need money to help pay for an abortion. I'm like, man, you tripping, dog. You know, you bugging all the way out, dog.
Right.
hey, man, make sure you connected to your city and not East St. Louis or freaking, you know, Turtleneck, Kentucky. So when you might get connected to the wrong.
You better, dog. Hey, we glad to have you in the house, dog. Look, now you in high definition right now, dog.
Hey, man,
you know?
I had to switch to my iPad, man, but iPhone, I guess they're trying to make me get an iPhone 18, but I ain't about to do it. Whatever the hell last came out.
Wait. Well, let me level set you. No pun intended, level set you, dog. You need to get rid of that iPhone, dog. I done told y'all to get y'all some Androids, dog. Samsung, I done told y'all, dog. Y'all keep messing with that iPhone. The thing don't want to play with nobody. Them things ain't no good, dog. Hey, listen, down here in Georgia, dog, y'all better get, this is what we call them. Y'all better get rid of them old neck bone cell phones, dog. They neck bone, dog. I mean, they don't work, you know?
Man, I used to have old Samsung, man, but hey, I got outvoted. I got voted off the island.
Hey, you better come on back home, dog. Cause let me tell you something. We got that Google technology and all that stuff on our dog. We erasing people and moving folks and all that. You know, the iPhone
worked just fine. It worked just fine.
Hey, white dog. You know,
I got that Android, baby. I got that Android. I had to go
happy wife, happy life, brother. Get that iPhone.
I got you. But I'm telling you, that iPhone, you bet. Look, let me tell you something, dog. I'm in an S22 now. Okay, I ain't been there for about probably about a year. I had an S9 for about 12 years, dog. Okay, and I ain't have no problem. iPhone, you buy one every 2 years. Every 2 years, if you get 2 years, you good. You lucky if you get.
Go ahead with that.
No doubt about it, dog. I'm telling you what's going on.
Hey, man, I'm still running the iPhone. Hey, I'm still running the iPhone 11 Pro Max, man. I'm good.
And it sound like it, cause you speaking Mexican on your thing, dog.
I know what happened, man. I went TDY to doggone San Diego, man, and my phone got messed up. I don't know what happened.
You down there? You must have been down there in Tijuana, dog, cause that thing was talking Mexican on us, dog.
It's like you still using the prototype, big dog.
No doubt about it. Hey, well, real quick,
real
quick. Let me get some thoughts on that, man. What you got on? What you got on blast this week? Real quick.
Y'all know it, man. Everybody got that little notification talk about we finna be because the port and the dock workers strike and all that stuff and the port strike. And people running around here like they lost their mind in Virginia, man. Went up and then my wife just joined in on it. She had me running around, driving her around looking for some damn toilet paper.
They ended it today. They stopped it today.
Yeah, hey man, mess around, went up in Sam's, man. Them people done cleared the toilet paper towels out. It ain't none. I mean, the bulk stuff. I seen a dude with about 3 cases of the stuff that fit in the little stall. That single ply stuff. I'm like, what the hell?
It don't make no sense to be smuggling. It don't make no sense to be smuggling toilet paper, dog.
Right. Toilet paper made here, man.
It's made here. It's made here.
Imported.
It's made here, dog.
Because Shula King crazy, but he said, yeah, y'all go ahead and stock up. He said, because I ain't gonna do them to rob you.
One of my favorite comedians, Shula King, is a bad boy though. He's a bad man.
That boy bad, man. Hey,
that's a bad man.
That talking about, hey, go ahead and stock up. So when you stock up, I know where to get it from. I'm gonna come rob you.
That's a bad man.
Get all the work.
That's right. So check it, man. Hey, it's Friday night. I'm feeling all right, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. This is another episode. Hey, man, y'all, you know what? No, I just can't just like act like we just gonna just get up out of here though. You know, like it ain't no.
Here we go.
Like it ain't no big deal. Hey, man, this is episode 10, dog. You know what I'm saying?
10 in, baby. 10 in for the win.
This is episode 10, baby. You know what I'm saying?
10 for the win.
We doing big things, man. This is episode 10.
And the numbers growing.
We growing and things is getting where it need to be, dog. You know, we didn't know we was gonna be here this fast, but we coming, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, you know,
better go on and get in. Subscribe.
Hey, hit that subscribe right there.
Give us a round of applause, man. You know what I mean? So check it out, man. Hit that subscribe button at Baldhead Reason, at Baldhead Reason on YouTube, man. Check us out. We also be on TikTok, but we prefer you go to YouTube and subscribe to that thing. Okay. Email us question at baldheadreasoner at gmail.com, man. And we look forward to seeing y'all every Friday night. Come on in and get some of this knowledge, man. All these smart guys on the panel right here, man. Hey, man, I love y'all, man. I appreciate everything, bro. Okay.
Yes,
y'all have a good weekend, man. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Y'all be safe out there. Everybody get out here, man. Shout outs. What you got? Watch out.
Say it again.
Shout outs, real quick.
Hey, you know we got a shout out. You know what you need to go out there and get. Hey, New Spot Alert ATL. Y'all know who that is? Y'all know who that is? Sponsored by New Spot Alert ATL. Holla at your boy. He's right there.
No digging. Lev, what you got, baby, real quick before we get up out of here?
Man, real quick, man. I know I always talk about my kids at school, man, but I want to shout out my first block at school, man. Hey, that's a class I look forward to going and teaching, man. Love them kids. They're doing a great job. Love it.
No doubt. And what you got, baby?
I'm gonna shout out them dirty birds right there, baby. That right there. That's what I'm shouting now. Did that thing to them Tampa Bay Bucks. Yeah. We in that. Rise up.
This team makes me drink, baby. This team makes me drink. This team makes me drink, man.
Shout out to the ATL Birds. How about that?
Hey, go on and turn this thing off talking about that.
ATL, we out of here.
We out.